All right, looks like we are live. Welcome back to another live with Ritual Health and Fitness. My name is Rod Stanley, owner of Ritual Health and Fitness, and I wanted to talk about a topic today: New Year's resolutions. That came up at a networking meeting I was at this morning. Someone mentioned, "Hey, man, it's time for New Year's resolutions. What do you have planned for us?" And of course, we have the New Year challenge coming up January 13th. Love for anyone to participate in that. And I did a little research though on New Year's resolutions because every year we come approach this time, people are starting to talk about their health and fitness goals. Me as a personal trainer, I've seen this cycle, 23 or 24 times now, where it's the New Year's resolution cycle, and people are looking to get into better shape and improve their health and fitness. And yet, year after year, we're unsuccessful at that. So I looked at a few studies, and one of them I found was they did a survey in 2020. 44% of people who started a New Year's resolution only lasted 3 months. 3 months. And that's barely enough time to hit any fitness goal, let alone if you have a lofty one like so many people have, which, losing 40, 50, 60 pounds. That's going to take a while. So we're only going 3 months on average. And then there was a study done in 2024, this year, which was a little bit more current. Forbes magazine 2024 said that only 6% of people who were surveyed reported going the entire year of exercise and staying on track with their health and fitness goals. Only 6%. So that means 94% of people failed. That's a staggering figure when you think about it. Like, why are so many people failing year after year at reaching these goals? And I have some reasons why I think they're failing. One of them, I think, is one, the wrong goal. Not knowing what goal you should be going after and how to, and that's going to put you right in line with number two, which is the wrong protocol for your goal. So if you don't know what goal to set, you're probably not going to know what protocol or what type of things you should be doing to actually hit your goal that are going to help you be successful. And last but not least, having a big enough why you're doing this in the first place. And let's talk. So we'll talk about those three things today as we go along. But before I get into that, I want to do a little intro of myself. If you've never seen me or Ritual Health and Fitness before, my goal with Ritual Health and Fitness is to help everyone that I come in contact with move better. And my goal is to inspire them through my stories as well as the stories of my clients to transform their lives and hopefully the lives of those around them. So the motto is move, inspire, transform. That's what I'm all about at Ritual Health and Fitness. And just recently, this year, a few weeks ago, actually, I solidified a partnership with a good friend and trainer of mine, Chris Olmstead, who's also been in the fitness industry for over 20 years himself. And our goal with Ritual and Success is to help men and women, especially those who are age 35 to 65, age better, move better, eat better, live better, so they can go into their elder years gracefully. And hopefully they have great balance and great muscle tone and great strength so they can be lively citizens as their senior citizens. So that's what the goal is about, helping men and women age better, feel better, move better. So if you're a male out there who's approaching 40 years old, give or take a few years, you may be experiencing something called andropause. Andropause is when the male hormones start to decline and maybe your energy starts to dip a little bit. You may start seeing yourself putting on more abdominal belly fat. There's a clear reason for that, and there's certainly a solution. And I have that solution for you, is getting you on the right exercise and nutrition plan, as well as those type of things we can do to work on the hormones. And of course, we have some referrals for things like that because it's definitely a hormonal state. Nutrition and exercise plays a big role in that as well. And for the ladies out there, around that age group of 35 plus, give or take a few years, you guys are starting to experience a similar thing, but it's called perimenopause, menopause, and then postmenopause, of course. And ladies in this age bracket are starting to experience some similar things: fluctuations in energy level, fluctuation in hormones. And this can cause women to feel disoriented and all out of place and as well as the other things, the hot flashes and things that go along with perimenopausal. I won't list all the symptoms here, but we have a good program for you as well. We know as women age, the research is out that bone mineral density is a huge priority. And also, hormonal balance is a huge priority, and making sure you stay strong. So, making sure you're lifting heavy weights is super important for women as they age as well. So, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm all about. My goal, it has been my goal, my passion for the last 2 decades of helping people improve their life, their health, and their fitness. So, let's get into it a little bit. So, again, most New Year's resolutions fail. So, let's talk about how to make sure you're successful this year. So the three reasons I mentioned that these are reasons I think a lot of people are failing is one, having the wrong goal. So how do you establish the right goal? You have to start thinking of your body like a ship. I was lucky enough to spend some time in the Marine Corps, and I was on the USS Boxer for 6 months. It was fun times, right? If you've never ever been on a U.S. naval ship, it's not like a cruise ship. I can tell you that. In fact, we call it being like Groundhog's Day because every day is about the same on these ships, right? So back to the analogy of your body being a ship. Once a ship is going, it's such a huge vessel that it takes a lot to get that thing turned around. And if you think about your life, let's say you're someone who's been gaining weight for the last 5, 10, 15 years, and now you find yourself in a place where you're 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. So now we have to reverse the momentum and get this ship turned around and going in the other direction. And it takes a lot to get a ship turned around and get it going in right direction. We have to first establish where you are. And this is what we call a goal assessment or an orientation session. I think my guy Chris calls it a strategy session. But long story short, this is a an appointment where you're going to come in with someone like myself and get a good, clear picture of where you're starting at. And there's a lot of different things that we could use to reorient you so you know exactly where you are before looking to turn that ship around. You don't want to start just doing things all willy-nilly and not have a good game plan that's going to get you where you need to go. So in this orientation session, to help establish the right goals for you, body composition, that's super important. I've been doing posts lately about my Staiku 3D scanner. That's going to help establish where you are as far as bone density, muscle mass, fat mass, what your resting caloric uh, energy expenditure is. And that's going to give us so much information that we have a good starting point for you. So that's one. So now once we have this ship oriented and we have it reoriented because now we have a new starting point, we can then look at how do we establish the goals. So one of the things we can use as well to determine the right program for you is a movement screen. Functional movement screen, that's one that we use at Success Fitness. It's called a functional movement screen, FMS. And that's going to give you an idea of how your body's functioning. When we're really young and we're kids, our bodies move in an optimal pattern. And as we get older, we become more sedentary. We sit down, we play with our laptops and our computers. We ride around in cars all day. We stop stretching, we stop moving. And before we know it, we're 35, 40 years old. And you realize, man, my body's stiff. I can't squat down like I used to. I'm not able to tie my shoes with ease like I used to. And this creeps in so slowly that, a lot of times you're unaware of it. And then it becomes this thing where it seems like an insurmountable goal. Like, how in the world could I get this turned around? And that's why having a movement screen, I'm also a corrective exercise specialist in addition to a personal trainer. So I could come in and look at each joint. That's important. Your body is made up of multiple hundreds of joints, and understanding how your body should move in an optimal pattern is important. Every day I'm working with different people on different goals, and I'm always surprised at how little each of us know about our bodies, even just from the simple the anatomy of where something is located, like where your kidneys located, where's your gallbladder located, do you even know you have one? So knowing this type of information is important, as well as knowing like how your foot should move, what type of range of motion your shoulder is in, should can accomplish today. That's important. So many clients of mine are just unaware of this information. So understanding where your body is currently is going to equip you with the information you need to get on the right fitness program that's going to facilitate better movement patterns, which is going to help ease the pain in your bodies and allow you to do more of the things you want. So one, we're reorienting this ship by getting the body composition understood and how your body should move. And lastly, understanding what you're doing with your nutrition. If you've been on the course of eating crappy food for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it's going to take some time to get that turned around. We have to introduce these things slowly. I remember my second mentor as a trainer, Benjamin Farley, who got me started at 24 Hour Fitness back in Oceanside, told me one rule: never train your clients like yourself. And with that, that means that everyone has their own individual plan, and we never train anyone like ourselves. And that's important because you should be coming up with a new nutrition strategy that's unique to you, because that makes sure the shoe fits. And speaking of our issue that we had earlier, only 94% of people stick to a program for 94% of people don't stick to a program for a full year. And this is largely because it's the wrong protocol. So many times people come to me and they'll say, "Hey Rod, give me a nutrition plan, man. Just tell me exactly what I should eat. I don't care what, just put it on the paper, tell me what I should eat." And I can't tell you how many times they fail at that. So making sure the shoe fits, and in this case, having a nutrition strategy that fits your goals is important. So now that we can start to orient this ship and we have our bearings about ourselves, all crews on hand, everybody's here, we're ready to go. And now we're ready to steer this thing and get it turned around by establishing the right plan. Now that we have the right plan, we can start to turn the ship around and get things going in the right direction. Because now we have reoriented ourselves, and now we have a good plan based on all of the data that we've accumulated. So that's why it's so important to get these strategy sessions with someone like myself or with my partner Chris, and also making sure that if you're in the market looking for a personal trainer, that you have someone who's able to create the proper program for you based on where you're at. And what I mean by that is they're not just sticking you into a cookie cutter program. There's one thing that us trainers say, and that is never add strength to dysfunction. Almost everyone that I see, especially when they're brand new, has some level of dysfunction in their body. That could be as simple as, shoulder pain. That's going to may cause some dysfunction. It could be something as dramatic as a knee replacement or a hip replacement. Excuse me. So there's a lot of reasons for dysfunction, but we don't want to start overloading that until we get the proper assessments in place. And so now we have the right goal, right protocol. Now we're ready to go. So next up, it brings the why. Why are we doing this in the first place? People tell me all types of goals. I want to lose weight. I want to get stronger. I want to do a pull-up. But what is really underneath that goal? And this is what it takes some time to really uncover. And if you haven't uncovered this with yourself, I encourage you to take the time to really discover why you're wanting to accomplish this goal, because that is what's going to fuel your success throughout the year. In those moments when it's getting tough and you wanted to take that snack that is going to derail your plan, it's that why that's going to help motivate you and keep you going. And another thing I was thinking about is, so many people don't like working out. And it just made me think about the word workout itself. Who wants to go to work right, in the first place? I can't, almost everyone I speak to, there's so many people that don't like their jobs or their work. So it's just not something that you look forward to. So maybe we need to look at changing what we call a workout into something different that's more exciting, something that's gonna make it not seem so painful. Maybe like a fun out. We're gonna start doing fun outs. And that brings me to another point, that one of the reasons why my clients like training with me is because we have fun while we're working out and are funning out. We're having fun while we're funning out, while we're lifting weights and changing our bodies and learning more about our bodies. We're having fun. And that's important, because when times get hard and you're doing something that you dread and you hate every minute of it, how motivated are you going to be to stick with that for the course of a year? Not very motivated. Not very motivated. So earlier I reposted a testimonial from my client Pammy, and shout out to Pammy Guerra. Guerra, I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. Shout out to Pammy. She's been a client for nearly 2 years, and she told me just recently that she arrived at a point about 18 to 20 months into training that she didn't really have to talk herself into coming into the gym anymore. And, that kind of shocked me, because I often forget that people don't enjoy working out or being at the gym like I do. And I don't often think, man, like that my clients are talking themselves into coming into the gym and train with me. And it was kind of funny and at the same time eye opening, because it really made me think, like, I really have to do a good job of making the workouts fun and interesting for the people who don't like it. So if you're someone who doesn't like working out, or you haven't found a way to make it stick into your habits, give me a call. Let's see if we can come up with a program that's going to be fun for you, because 2025, if you're someone who's had these resolutions for year in, year out, and you've been unable to achieve them, let's do it this year, 2025. Let's make it the year that you get it done. I'll be here for you all year. At Success Fitness, waiting for you, here to help you get to that next level. So I'm here for you. So we have this ship turned around. We have the right protocols, and that could be a lot of things. There's a lot of things that come into health and fitness. So to me, to be in optimal health is not only just the physical fitness, it's your mental fitness, your emotional fitness. Finances can play a huge role in how healthy you feel. If things are tight financially, it's definitely going to put a constraint on the mind, which causes restrictions in the body. So all of these things are intricately connected. Even your relationships with your family, your friends, your coworkers, all of these things are going to affect your health. And there's a lot of things that go into improving your health. So working on your thought processes, working on your nutrition, your supplementation, resistance training, your mental state. Sometimes it may require doing some mantras, or even the other alternative health therapies. Last week, Chris and I held a next step event. It was an interprofessional event that was talking about the interprofessional relationship that fitness has with other professionals, such as naturopaths, nutritionists, massage therapists. We had an acupuncturist come in, and it was a great opportunity because I have so many different health professionals that it will really take to improve someone's health and maintain it for a lifetime. Yeah, and we have physical therapists there as well. So yeah, so it takes all of that, and it always reminds me of what is it, like that saying where it takes a village. It really does take a village of people to create better health. And we're like the Transformers. I'll be the trainer, you be the chiropractor, you be the doctor. And we all just combine our strengths together to help each and every one be better. So that's the goal for us in 2025, is to be the number one spot for professionals in the Salem, Oregon area, as well as laymen's or people who are not health and fitness professionals, to come to us where we can help and play a role in your health and fitness for the new year. And the last component of making sure this new year resolution sticks is accountability. Accountability can be external or internal. Oftentimes, what I've seen in my experience over the past few decades in this industry is people may not start with their own internal ability to keep themselves accountable to a plan. And if you're going at it alone, I want to caution you to seek out help from a friend, seek out help from a professional, seek out some community partners who are like-minded and have the same goals as you, because how the saying goes, together we all achieve more. And that's really true, because when you have someone rooting for your success and pulling for your success, you're more likely to be successful, and that's going to help you as well. It's going to help you because now your level of accountability has to go up to another level because someone else is depending on you. And sometimes it's not enough to do it just for ourselves. We need some acts of selfless service, some acts of reaching out and giving a helping hand to someone else who needs it. And sometimes that helps us be more accountable. And that is what I see myself in this role as a personal trainer or a health and fitness trainer, is just lending that helping hand to be there for someone when they need it, you know, and that's what it's all about. I owe so much of my life to working out and health and fitness that is just about paying it forward and giving it back and helping as many people as I can feel like I feel and what I experience from working out. It's truly been an experience over the past 2 decades, and it hasn't been an easy road going in and out of different states. This is the third state I've been a personal trainer in. Worked at numerous gyms, worked in several people's homes, and but yet the mission remains the same, and that is helping people move, inspiring them to take action for themselves, and inspiring them to take personal accountability to transform their lives. At the end of the day, it's all about transforming lives. And that's what my business is about. And that's what I'm passionate about. And I'm so fortunate that I've had the opportunity over the past 2 decades to work with some of the greatest people from all walks of life. Some of them, business owners, lawyers, doctors, some of them famous, some of them you've never heard of. But always made the point to treat each and every one of my clients as an individual and make them feel special when they show up to work with me, because it really truly is a special um, relationship when someone can trust you with their life, trust you to give them workouts, and trust you to tell them what to eat and what supplements to put in their body. That's something I don't take lightly, and it's been a great experience. And 2025, I'm looking to do that even more. Finally, I feel like I'm finally at home at Success Fitness. They say home is where the heart is, and my heart is really in this place because it's an environment that's been created for those individuals, like I mentioned, the 35, 40, 50, 60-year-olds, to thrive. I was training at a facility here in Salem, Oregon, renting space called Flex Fitness, and it's an okay gym. Nothing wrong with it, but I noticed that a lot of people in this demographic, at least the ones that I've come into run into the past year or so, really felt uncomfortable in that environment. And I think it's largely due to there's a lot of bodybuilders and things like that, and most people aren't wanting to be a bodybuilder, which is fine, and that's perfectly fine. I've done that before. I've competed 3 times, and it's an entirely different world from those people who are wanting to just be more fit, more healthy, age better, move better, play with their grandkids. So as Success Fitness, myself and Chris, we're creating an environment where it's comfortable for people who are wanting to age better and move better. And so we're excited for 2025. We have the New Year, New You challenge coming up. That's going to begin January 13th. There's so many more things we have planned for 2025 that I'll be sharing with you on Instagram posts and things like that. But it's going to be a fantastic year to help as many people as we can in the Salem, Oregon area and surroundings, because we can also do the online programs as well. Get in the best shape of this year. We really want to change those statistics. I mean, 96% of people don't get their goals. How sad is that? We're in the most technologically advanced time ever, so they say, right? Most technologically advanced time ever. We have more food at our disposal. We have the availability of all types of foods, yet we're in our most unhealthy state ever as a country and as a nation and as individuals. Let's turn the tide on that this year. Let's make 2025 the year where we really have a good impact. Maybe some good things are happening from, some of the election results. We have new people coming in, stepping into positions of authority that may be able to make some changes. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what is going on in a political climate, what is going on, with the FDA. It all is going to boil down to personal responsibility. Can you incorporate health and fitness rituals into your daily life successfully for the long term? And that's what I'm here to help you do. I hope you will. I know that you will consider the information that I said very seriously, and come on down. I invite you to come down, take a tour of the gym. Let's get you a body scan so we can start reorienting your ship, getting you going in the right direction. If you need that strategy session or a movement session, we can do that as well. Let's get you going this year. Please like, share, subscribe, send this message to anyone who you know who's looking to transform their life in the year 2025. We'll be right there with you. So that is it for today. There, hope to do a Q&A, but we didn't have anybody on live, and that's all good. I plan to do more of these lives. I'm going to come up with a designated date and time, but feel free to visit my website, ritualhealthandfitness.com. Also visit salemsuccessfitness.com. Chris and I are partnering up, as I mentioned. So either way, you can find us on all the social media platforms. So until next time, let's get started. Let's start getting everyone geared up for 2025. It's going to be a difficult task to get people started right now. But if you want to get started early, I have something special for you. Come on down to the gym. Let's get you going. 2025 kickoff. Move, inspire, and transform. See you next time.